This is what's going on, guys. Take a look. You seeing this, guys? You seeing this?
Super chats.
Pull on that hair, Dean. Let's see.
Active.
Let's see.
See, I'm still figuring it out. I hate the fact that when you look up Dean Withers on YouTube, I hate the fact that when you look up Dean Withers on YouTube, I hate the fact that when you look up interact with us, I hate the fact that when you look up I hate the fact that when you look up so here's the plan for me.
This is a political Nintendog for post-wall alcoholic white women. This is absurd. Bro Whisperer, by the way. I wanted to watch. Here's what I want to watch. I want to watch the first episode. I do need more coffee. I want to watch the first episode of the Dean Withers show. The Dean Withers show. Change my to Dean Withers balding? Dean Withers balding? So he's in I guess he's in Augie and Connor's apartment. Looks like. He's in the same room as Augie and Connor. They all stream from the same room. The grey walls, the white table.
And we are
Oh, and he's echoing. 1 minute. I'm just going to play this for a second. I need to give 2 seconds. I'm just going to let him figure out his audio issues.
Now
that is exciting.
Whoop,
Whoop, whoop, whoop. Perfect. Hello, everybody. I doubt there's many people in the live stream yet. However, if you're clicking on this video after the fact, welcome in. On today's live stream, we're going to be talking about the Dean Withers show, how the studio's coming along, and kind of what we have planned for the future. As you can tell, sorry, not tuning in on my phone. As you can tell, it's echoing.
Let me
listen to it. It's echoing. I see it. It is echoing.
What about now? Ah, there it goes. We're good. We are good. Sorry, you guys. You know, so I'm still in the learning process of setting a stream up and getting it to go right. But welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. We already have 254 of y'all in here. So what you are seeing right now is the introduction to the Dean Withers studio, and I'm actually looking at it on my phone right now. And wow, this looks good. I am in love with the quality here. Now, I'm going to push it all the way up to 1080p on my phone to see what it looks like. I want to make it a little bit higher quality than it is right now, and you guys can expect that to come in the near future. There's probably just a couple things I need to do on my end with the settings and my Elgato capture card, maybe my camera, and then also on, you know, the OBS route as well. The keyboard and mouse are kind of fire, thank you. So the keyboard and mouse you see are the ones I've just kind of always had. And I mean, I think the mouse is pretty aesthetic and looks good on camera, so I may keep it. This is awesome. Yes, this is really awesome. This is great. I think we're gonna try to get Parker in here, as well as I'm gonna send an announcement out in my Discord and on my Instagram. So everybody, do just give us a minute. I see a lot of people saying to turn the mic up. It's not an issue of turning the mic up. I've kind of already done as much as I can. What I need to get is a little cloud converter just to give it a little bit more power. Parker just texted me saying, "Am I live?" Yes, I am. Anyways, that's real cool. A lot of people in the chat are saying, "Dean, get a low taper feed."
Okay,
that's pretty crazy. The audio sounds good. That's good to hear. But yeah, honestly, we're just live today to kind of hang out, fuck around. If Parker's gonna hop in here, we may even end up doing some debates with some random Discordians. But what I want to try to figure out is
Discordians,
if I
dude.
can turn on super chats. And it looks like I can.
So this is the if Dean were to be honest, if he were to actually show us what's going on, this is what's going on, guys. Take a look at. You seeing this, guys? You seeing this?
Super chats.
Pull on that hair, Dean. Let's see.
Active.
Let's see.
See, I'm still figuring it out. I am really new to YouTube. I'm really new to all the ins and out. Super chat should be on now, though. Do you think that we need to restart
Show crown
the stream to get super chats on? If anybody knows, let me know in that comment section. I'm using my phone for the comment section. What are super chats? Basically, YouTube's version of a way to support a streamer. Try it? Yeah, we might as well. Dude, this is fantastic. You did it on their own, says someone in the chat. So yes, I did do well, I guess I got the table on my own, but no, I didn't set up the lighting on my own. So I actually wanted to talk about that a little bit. There was a fella that I have on Instagram. His name is Justin, and Justin is a full-time professional cinematographer, videographer, etc. He's very, very intelligent. And he helped me pick out the lights that I need. He helped me kind of set it all up.
He's a full-time professional cinematographer. Yeah, this looks fucking horrible and drab.
I got it in. He helped me out a lot with that too. And it actually looks like the super chats are already on. Yeah, look at that. That's crazy. We do have super chats on. WD and W setup. Thank you. Well, so the next step is to do the background.
I'd be like a cigarette.
You know, I want to have a good string of background right now. It's just kind of a blank wall. So that's to come, and that will come. So be excited about that, right? Am I going to do any background art? Says someone in the chat. Yes. So that is going to be coming next. Dean, did I hear about the plane crash? I saw.
Guys, this is me. This is me. This is me. Guys, this is me.
Doohan, you saved my ass.
The landing wheels aren't retracting!
Yep, and the number 2 nozzle won't
This is
work
me.
either.
What? Are you for real? We can't land without them.
That's me.
All that there had been a plane crash in DC. That's so incredibly sad and terrifying. I feel like there's been a lot of global plane crashes in the last 3 months, which is very bad. Very, very bad. You're good to join whenever. Okay, Parker just texted me and said, let me know when you want to join, and I'll bring people over. I just told him that he's good to join whenever. 60 passengers. Yeah, that is terrible.
Wow, that's
so
terrible.
sad, man.
Wow, that's so sad. I'm so.
That's
terrible to hear. It's fucking hilarious, Dean. Fucking stupid, lone helicopter pilot getting in the way of planes.
British, thank you for the $3 Australian saying I can finally donate. Much love from Australia. Hey, British, I appreciate that. That's cool. As well as Neo Pharaoh with a $2 saying testing, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, get the link in there. Bada boom, bada bang. I wish I could figure out how to get my chat open on my computer because I have to continue to look down at my phone.
Fuck him! Deep. Fuck him, the damn plane going down. Shit. Fuck him, this damn plane going down. Shit, man. Shit.
To see the chat, and I just want to have it right there on my computer. I guess I could just... Yeah, let's just do this. Let's just load it up on YouTube. That works. And it looks like we got the thing out on Instagram. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Just give me 1 second while I open you guys up. You know, I hate the fact that when you look up Dean Withers on YouTube, I hate the fact that when you look up Dean Withers on YouTube, I hate the fact that when you look up interact with us, I hate the fact that when you look up I hate the fact that when you look up so here's the plan for me. I really want Echo. Oh, sorry, you guys. The Echo should be gone now. I'm really bad at this. We're learning. We're learning as we go. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. We're learning as we go. Anyways, so I really want to end up getting away from the 4 hours of debates a day. And I feel like the reason I want to get away from it is just because of the stress that it causes. Hey, Ree, thank you for the 5 UK dollars.
You can't take
Saying
it.
Law student here researching
You can't take the
Project 2025.
debates.
Any chance you can give me some relief and resources? Love listening while I write essays. Well, Rian, what exactly are you writing, or do you want resources on as it would relate to Project 2025? Anyways, back to what I was saying. I don't really like doing debates for 4 hours a day. They really stress me out more than I should be stressed out on a day-to-day basis. I think that the debates have aged me a lot. Like, I will seriously look at pictures of myself.
Yeah, because you're fucking
from
balding,
last year,
buddy.
and I look multiple years younger than I
That's
do
called
now.
twink
And I feel
death.
like
That's
an
called
issue.
twink death. It's over.
So-
It's over at age 20. Over at age 20. You're done, Dean. Your days are numbered. Make as much money from this as you can for the next 6 months, okay, buddy? You need a dip in the finasteride tank. Also, big things happening. Just seeing big things happening. So Morale said hello to a female user in Spicy Chat. She replied, I'm ugly and fat and mentally ill, sorry. And then he replies with goodbye. Dude.
The idea with the Daily Show is inevitably positioning myself to still be doing the good, advocating for what I care about, but in a less stressful way. But that doesn't mean that the debates will come to an end, because although they stress me the hell out, I still love them a lot. And we'll probably just do like maybe 2 hours of debates a day contrasted to 4 or 6. So yeah, that's kind of the reason why we're getting into a daily show. Insofar as what we will actually be discussing on here, I kind of want to cover news, like Adam Mockler, Luke Beasley, etc. But I want to give it more of an entertaining approach, where I am providing the relevant information while at the same time introducing an aspect of critical thought and examination of, you know, the beliefs held by the left, the beliefs held by the right, how they contrast and compare with, you know, daily news. And I think it could be fun. But anyways, that's the idea for feed posts, daily videos. I also want to be able to do daily live streams. So we'll probably end up doing about 2 hours on TikTok, an hour and a half on YouTube, and then a daily video. And for the daily live streams on here, they'll probably be a bit like our lives over on TikTok, just a little bit more adult rated.
We don't care.
Because there's a lot that I can't say or do on on TikTok that pisses me off more than it should. Yeah, what's going on? The show will be a flop, and he will be on TikTok 8 hours per day. Well, hopefully not, Vinny. We got a super chat. Let's scroll up. Oh, we did get a super chat. Yo, Pizza Leader with the 70 NT dollars. I love seeing all the world currencies. I'm going to go and convert that to USD real quick. And I also just want to know what currency that is. That is new Taiwan dollars. Oh, that's cool. That's pretty awesome. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Very kind of you. Very kind. The studio's eating. Yeah, we just got to do the background now. I love you, Dean Withers. I love you too, EC. Yeah, now they can't say that you're lying about donations. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we're still getting some W's from Mr. Bill in the chat. That's sick. Where is Parker at, man? You know, correct me if I'm wrong here. Parker did say that he was going to come over here, right? Where's he at? Let me check my texts. Oh, he's going to join in like 30 minutes. My backside and creates more differentiation between me and the background. So that's pretty cool. We got all fancy with it. Light low-key eating? Yeah, I'm a fan of it. You know, there's actually a lot of really cool things that we could do with lighting as well. Like, for instance, check this out.
Can you do bits with the light? Can you do lighting bits, Dean? Can you make the light behind you act like almost like a police siren? Can you do lighting bits, Dean? I don't think so. I don't think you can.
I could come over here. Oh, wait, I don't want to fuck with it. Because the moment I change the lights for my phone, it'll disrupt where they are right now. But I can make it so they're like different colors, and it's so cool.
Oh, fuck
yeah,
you
Rihanna,
can.
super chat once
Fuck.
again. Gotta scroll up once again. Diana, thank you for the $2. I don't see it, but I appreciate you so much for the love, Rihanna. Ethan as well with the $2 and keep fighting the good fight. I appreciate that. Dude, someone in the chat is saying, please say edited by Dean's Bald Spot. What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this?
I wasn't even watching and he's getting A-logged about his fucking bald spot, dude. It's never ending. It's over for this guy.
Gotta scroll up once again. Diana, thank you for the $2. I don't see it, but I appreciate you so much for the love, Rihanna. Ethan as well with the $2 saying, keep fighting the good fight. I appreciate that. Dude, someone in the chat is saying, please say edited by Dean's Bald Spot. What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? Come on, then. A couple people in the chat are asking about new.
Dude, that's what this is. That's what they're talking about, Dane.
Newsom is a presidential candidate in 2028. I actually think that is a very bad idea. I do not think that Newsom should ever run as a presidential candidate. And I don't think that it has anything to do with him himself. It just has to do with the political ignorance of the average debater and how that would give the right so much leverage to run a campaign against him. So the Democrats lost the election because of the inflation in the country over the course of the last 4 years and how nearly impossible it is to educate the average American on this.
There's no other mentions.
Just because they were in control, it doesn't mean they were caused by them. And I feel like Newsom will run into a lot of similar arguments if he were to run for the presidency because of the state of California. We'll be hearing a lot of people saying things like, look at the inflation in California. Look at the $1 million, 1,300 square foot single bedroom houses in LA. Look at the $12 coffees. Is that what you want to do to America? Because Newsom caused that.
Didn't ask.
Down below in the chat and pin it. Julian with a $5 saying, combating misinfo is crucial. You are shaping how future generations will learn and understand the political climate. We are on the right side of history. Absolutely. You know what? That is the optimistic belief that we all need to keep in mind, is that truth will prevail and MAGA will die. And eventually people will be really ashamed for wearing those little red hats. Diana with a $5 saying, thank you for sharing your knowledge, for advocating for marginalized groups, and for giving these Trumpies what they need, education. I appreciate that. Lindsay with a
This is the definition of cope, by the way.
And Cora with a $5 saying, Dean, if you were to vape, what flavor would you get? Well, first of all, I want to specify, I don't fucking vape. It's a goddamn anxiety pin. But if I were to vape, I'd probably go with a Geek Bar Miami Mint, knowing that Geek Bars actually stop.
Don't care if you're fucking gay vaping. Shut up, man.
Stop supplying multiple vape realtors around America with their Miami Mint flavors because it is too popular and they just simply can't keep it in stock around the country. The second best option would, of course, be the Geek Bar Cool Mint. It tastes very similar to Miami Mint. And I will say they use slightly different tastes within their Pulse X compared to their regulars. And the Pulse X
shut the hell up, man.
Better taste than their regulars.
Yeah, have a fucking cigarette, dude.
I would be going with the Geek Bar, Pulse X, Cool Mint, or Miami Mint.
Seriously, what are you doing? It's vaping
with the 25,000 puff version. That's just if I were to vape, which I don't do. People keep accusing me of it. It's false. Everybody in the chat is just going crazy. I don't do that. Please stop. British, do I get a sticker for being the first super chat? You get a big gold star. Because you were. You can come if you... Parker feels bad. If you want... Love Amy. Everybody, please show some love to Amy in that comment section right now. That is insane. Thank you. Okay, right now we actually do not have anybody in the requests on the Discord. That sucks. But you think that we should...
Where are we at with the facial filter allegations? What quality do we have this on?
Point is, you think that we should reduce the amount of abortions, right?
Yeah, it'd be pretty good. Like the unethical ones, yeah.
Okay. So we actually had a decreasing amount of abortions in America for 32 years And then when Trump overturned Roe v. Wade, we have had increasing numbers every single year since. So if you want to limit the amount of abortions that are had in America, seemingly, offering federal protections for a woman's access is the way to do it.
It seems like the cardinality is going to be pretty small, don't you think?
Can you repeat that?
Seems
See,
like
it's hard to tell. I almost think it's like the stubble sort of getting smoothed over by some kind of filter. It seems like the dimples and like wrinkles on his face are sort of like reduced, maybe, by a smoothing filter. It's really, it's not easy to tell. I'm not entirely sure.
the cardinality is going to be pretty small in the set of years that we had to evaluate to get that data.
Do you say cardinality? I don't know. I don't know what.
Yeah,
that,
the length of a set.
Okay. I've never heard that term used before.
Yeah. So, the length of the set. Don't you think the length is pretty small? Like 2 years, basically 3 years, but like kind of 2.
I would say that after 32 years of declining numbers, it's not that crazy of a jump. But why are you pro-life? Are you finally Flo?
No, I don't like Flo a lot. I have my own view. My view is that I think that we value traits that are true to the fetus at the moment of conception, not because it has future potential, but because the actual traits that are true of the fetus.
Like what?
And a particular trait that I will name is a teleological predicate of rationality. I think a lot of times, we kind of find that intuitively valuable.
Do you think that you would value a fetus the same that you'd value me?
No.
No. Would you value me more than the fetus?
Yeah, a lot more.
Okay. So you just attribute enough value to the fetus to give it the right to life.
Yeah, sufficient value.
Sufficient value. Okay. And then you value the fetus because of some sense of teleology?
Yeah, teleological predicate of rationality.
What is a teleological predicate of rationality?
It's like a biological function that is geared towards.
Usually. Nana, thank you so much for the $10.
Yeah, interrupt to thank for the $10, retard. Yeah, nice one. Really awesome, bro. You did not have to stop him to thank that $10 dono.
I appreciate you for the love. My Nana watched some of your debates and voted blue. Thank you so much, Dean.
Oh my God.
You saved my relationship with her. That is the key.
You see, what did I say? My nan watched your debates and voted blue. This is not the fucking Joe Rogan of the left. This is a political Nintendo for post-wall alcoholic white women. Okay, this is not a bro whisperer, like they said in that one fucking article. This is a Ken doll for your grandmother to play with on her phone that spouts off retarded Democrat talking points like a fucking reptile.
Cutest thing ever. Thank you so much. That is so incredibly awesome. Okay. Well, hey, I appreciate you for coming up. Maybe we could
Do you want to set up like a debate like some other time?
Yeah, sure. I'd just probably have to research like things related to your stance.
So he just concedes?
Like I'd probably
Wait, he concedes because he doesn't know what the guy's talking about? He just gives up? What?
Relationship with her. That is the cutest thing ever. Thank you so much.
So he interrupts with the dono. It's like a minute on it, and he's like, oh yeah, I'm conceding. Dude, this is the most cowardly shit in the world.
That is so incredibly awesome. Okay. Well, hey, I appreciate you for coming up. Maybe we could
Do you want to set up like a debate?
Dude, he doesn't even accept. He used the dono to get out of the conversation. The guy was about to explain what was it, teleological predicate of rationality meant. Dean didn't let him explain it, cuts him off, goes, thank you for the $10 dono. Anyway, yeah, I'll see you later. And he tries to just let it slide. He tries to just get out of it. Dude, this guy is the biggest pussy fraud in the fucking world.
Like some other time?
Yeah,
This guy catches him, though. This guy catches him. Just set up a debate some other time.
Okay. Well, hey, I appreciate you for coming up. Maybe we could
Do you want to set up like a debate like some other time?
Yeah, sure. I'd just probably have to research like things related to your stance to be able to give it a cogent rebuttal. Like I'd probably have to research teleological predicate of rationality and understand what it is and understand how to
I could explain it. I mean, I could explain it, and then we can see if you have any qualms.
Okay. Explain to me what a teleological predicate of rationality is.
Yeah, that's just kind of like a fancy way of saying that it has a biological function geared towards what we'd usually call like phi, which is just a variable, like system alpha likes to phi or has a tendency to phi.
Sorry, we're just gonna have to set a debate up at another time. I don't think I could a pi, a variable of pi and a teleological. You're just gonna have to send me a written out version of your stance.
You got philosophy mugged first. You got philosophy mugged.
As soon as we start relating pi and teleological predicate rationalities.
So, I mean, I can't find anything called teleological predicate of rationality, but I assume what he's referring to is like there's studies that say about teleological reasoning in infancy, the naive theory of rational action. Converging evidence demonstrates that 1-year-olds interpret and draw inferences about others' goal-directed actions. We contrast alternative theories about how this early competence relates to our ability to attribute mental states to others. We propose that 1-year-olds apply a non-mentalistic interpretational system, the teleological stance, to represent actions by relating relevant aspects of reality, action, goal state, and situational constraints through the principle of rational action, which assumes that actions function to realize goal states by the most efficient means available. We argue that this early inferential principle is identical to the rationality principle of the mentalistic stance, a representational system that develops later to guide inferences about mental states. So basically, I guess it's like about not empathy, but like the ability to reason through how another person is thinking. Apparently, that is immediately. I guess that's basically there from birth, essentially, like from 1-year-old.
I showed my nan a video of UBC. She has a great-grandkid that looks like you, and now she doesn't talk to him anymore. Thank you so much for what you do, Kuihman. Heart.
Thank you for the $10, Jimbly. No worries.
It's gonna it's gonna require me to do some research. Yes, Lucario is an incredibly intelligent individual. Their intelligence should not be discounted. I've known him for a while. Very intelligent person. Oh my gosh, yo, Amy with $100 donation over Super Chat. That is crazy. Thank you, Amy. Amy says, Trump is a dictator wannabe, end of story. How could you trust dictators? They take rights away from you and they rule by fear. Wow, first of all, let's just show an insane amount of love to Amy, as well as you are absolutely right. He has somehow, some way been able to gain an incredibly loyal fan base, and I think that's because of fear.
Sorry bro, I don't know what you're talking about. How about you dog walk me through whatever philosophy's on your mind while I collect super chats from empty egg cartons?
That's basically what's happening, yeah. Thank you for the $10. No, so what it's saying is, I think what it's saying, we propose that 1-year-olds apply a non-mentalistic interpretational system, the teleological stance, to represent actions by relating relevant aspects of reality through the principle of rational action, which assumes that actions function to realize goal states by the most efficient means available. So I think it's the idea that even a baby can understand that other people are taking rational actions, I think. Let's read more. There's some selection snippets here. Yeah. So it's a bit to understand that not just for them, not just for other people, but for themselves as well. Yeah. to understand actions in relation to goals and environment. So one of the examples it gives is infants in the above study attributed to the small circle a desire to get to the large circle and a belief about the impenetrability of the obstacle. So it's about like being able to identify like qualities and goals and make a decision based on that. Make a like judgment on that.
I think that's because he's been able to scare people into dehumanizing and hating other humans just like them, into believing that 50% of our country is not deserving of a Merry Christmas or a Happy Thanksgiving, creating an
I know grown women, you can't determine that.
Out group and making people feel special and heard. We're gonna go ahead and get our next guest up in here. There's been a handful of individuals in the requests, but it looks like people just left them. Okay. Parker said he'd be joining about now. Unfortunately, he has not joined yet. Unfortunately. Someone requested to speak. Let's go ahead and get him up here. Red rectangle. Red rectangle. Get out of here.
Hello, Dean?
Hello? What?
Okay, we're going to go ahead and disconnect them off the stage.
Okay, owned.
Yo.
Dude. Oh my God. How
I think the difference between a baby and a grown woman is that a baby innately wants to learn to be a better person. Hey.
Hello, Mr. New Guest.
Yo, I have a quick question.
Wait, I have a question for you first. Did you vote for Trump?
No, I didn't.
Oh,
but
well, I am just looking to talk to individuals that did, but I do appreciate you for coming up. It doesn't really look like we have that many Trump supporters in the Discord. Who could have guessed? I certainly couldn't have.
Hello.
Hello. Did you vote for Trump?
Of course.
He did not. Don't do that to me, Toby.
Who the fuck else just joined the call? I thought I was the only person controlling that.
Dude.
Who is that other voice?
This guy's totally owned.
Now I'm confused. Dean realized it was one of my mods?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, get the fuck out. Who knows Toby? I don't know who Toby is. Okay. Dean versus technology.
He's not live right now.
Yeah, I'm really bad.
I need something to do. It's like a plan. If I was going to go on. Because I'm not just going to debate him. Because, I mean, I'm like a lib dem as well. I don't know what I even disagree with him on. I would need like something I was planning to do, you know.
When it comes to Discord. I will learn though. Okay, we're starting to get more people in the guest requests. That's awesome. Hello, EJB.
Hey, Dean. What's up?
Hey, did you vote for Trump?
Yeah, I did.
You did vote for Trump, and why did you do that?
Because I like his policy.
You like his policy. This and that. Thank you for the $5 donation. I appreciate that. Saying I need mods. I do. Okay. You like his policy. So go ahead and run me through Trump's policy and tell.
Every time he reads donations, give himself a minute. It's fucking wretched.
Tell me why you like it.
Sure. Remain in Mexico. I'm a big fan of his border policy. I like what he's doing with the border right now.
Big immigration.
I like his overall. I do support legal immigration, yeah. I do support the fair asylum claims. So yeah.
Okay.
Anyways, as I was saying, sorry, you want to interrupt? Go ahead. If you want to interject.
Starting with the Remain in Mexico policy, I think that was an incredibly ineffective policy. Only impacted about 60,000 people. It increased the chance of things such as sexual assault or murder for the individuals that were contained within Mexico. Some would consider it, including myself, a humanitarian disaster. Additionally, Mexico has not agreed to renew the deal, meaning that it will not be re-put in place given a second administration. Rainy, thank you for the $5 on Super Chat, and Gian, thank you for the $10 as well. Go ahead.
Mexico doesn't have to agree.
Dude,
I mean, we were able to use tariffs last
just save up the donos and read them after your debate.
time to make them agree. Why can't we do that again?
Use tariffs to make them agree. Okay. The same way he wants to impose 20. Well, I don't think it'll really matter, considering the fact that in his first big piece of congressional legislation, he wants to place 25% tariffs on all goods imported into our country, including those from Mexico. So seemingly, they would have no incentive to do it, as they would still have a tariff placed on them nonetheless.
Well, sorry, you said there's actual legislation for that? Because I'm not aware of that. Of any actual legislation for a flat tariff on all goods, I'm not aware of that. So.
He's been campaigning on it for the last 6 months, and he says that he wants to push it through Congress with the first big piece of legislation he's able to, alongside the fact that the Remain in Mexico policy was generally inefficient and did not work.
Okay, so in terms of the tariffs, I know for a fact that... Oh, well, I think tariffs can... I agree that a flat tariff is bad, but I think a specific tariff can be used on a goods, like, to specifically move a specific industry back into America, or for economic coercion in terms of negotiations, which is the way that I think Trump's going to use it. Trump's not going to put a flat tariff on anything, regardless of his campaigning. It is... So I actually think that Trump genuinely believes that tariffs are good. I actually think he believes...
It's delusion. Wait, what's he saying is delusional? I don't think Trump is actually going to go through with the tariff. I do think it's mostly a like negotiation tactic. I think a lot of Trump voters are fine with that, but there are a lot of incredibly fucking stupid Trump voters that will still just defend the tariff. But if they're not defending the tariff and saying, "Yeah, I voted for Trump," knowing he was campaigning on that, but knowing it's never going to happen, and I'm fine with that, then I mean, it's very difficult to argue at that point.
That, but I know that his advisors wouldn't allow it. I know that
that's so delusional.
He's not.
I'm so sorry. I don't think that anybody has the right to say that Trump's advisors will not allow him to do a certain thing, considering the
it's not about there being tariffs. It's about 20% flat tariff.
Fact that his advisors last time didn't stop him and instead bowed the knee when he tried to steal the outcome of the 2020 election from Joe Biden. After that one, I'm not quite sure there's much he can't try to do.
His vice president stopped him, and senior DOJ officials stopped him. So,
which one of his advisors stopped him?
Okay, senior DOJ, the members of his administration. By advisors, I meant members of the...
So, yeah, his vice president stopped him by upholding the Constitution. Unless blanket tariffs are unconstitutional, I don't know you'd have much of an argument there. Plus, you're saying that senior officials at the DOJ stopped him. That's actually not true. So senior officials such as Bill Barr bowed the knee to him, and the only reason why Bill Barr didn't announce widespread voter fraud was because half of the DOJ threatened to resign if he didn't. Not to mention that I find it to be an incredibly high level of mental gymnastics to make the assertion that even though Trump has been campaigning on this from day one, even though Trump has repeatedly suggested that this is something he will do in the first big piece of legislation, and has even re-suggested after inauguration, saying that he wants to replace the IRS with the ERS, an external revenue service that would be fully funded from tariffs. He's not going to do it. His advisors will stop him. That's false. He tends to fire people that work for him and don't agree with him.
Sorry, let me clarify. Everybody with a brain understands the economic consequences of tariffs, right? I acknowledge that it causes inflation. The GOP acknowledges that it causes inflation. Everyone knows that, right? So you really think, like, okay, so...
Okay, this caller might be a little bit too smart for Dean. Not that he's like crazy smart, but he's just like got one of those. You can just tell something. He's like one of those. He's a debate bro online Republican. You can tell, and not like a turbo autistic one either. So, not good for Dean. Not good.
So the GOP as a political party, right? They want success, right? You think they would allow Trump to go in there and cause inflation, which would obviously lead to them being destroyed in the midterms? No, it's not going to happen, right?
Oh yeah, sure. It's definitely not gonna happen. You don't have the argument. You don't have the argument. If the GOP will allow him to try to steal the fucking outcome of an election, if the GOP will allow him to legally classify every...
Wait, but Mike Pence didn't let him steal the outcome of an election. Mike... Huh?
Oh yeah, sure. It's definitely not gonna happen.
Like, you can complain about the levers of democracy not being used to punish him properly afterwards and like stop him from running, which I would agree with fully. But I mean, that's not purely a Republican fault. That the will wasn't there. It just, yeah, I'm not.
You don't have the argument. You don't have the argument. If the GOP will allow him to try to steal the fucking outcome of an election, if the GOP will allow him to legally classify everybody as a female, if the GOP will allow him to go on stage and say he may use the military to invade Greenland, I think that your argument falls dead in the water.
How is the GOP allowing that? Those are his personal statements, and the trans thing was an executive order, right? So that has nothing to do with the GOP, and we're already, in terms of the...
Didn't we already have someone in the GOP in the Congress try to submit legislation to allow him to run for a third term, too?
That was one person, Dean. Does that reflect the entire Republican Party? The actions of one individual?
I think it reflects that the GOP as a whole is not the same GOP that existed 20 years ago. It's not the same political party that you conceive of in your head. And the argument that, oh, well, it doesn't matter, this won't get through.
Dean's like not arguing anything. He's actually like not arguing anything. This is retarded.
Their Congress just isn't sufficient.
Right, and it won't get through Congress. And also, I believe that it's a negotiation strategy, and we're already seeing that unfold with Colombia, right? And the successfulness of that negotiation strategy.
So I actually I don't feel like the tariffs that were proposed on Colombia to negotiate, shipping in, humans to another country where they're not from, is equivalent to his proposed flat tariffs. No. Like, once again, he's literally said that this is something that he wants to get done with his first big bill in Congress.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that's going to happen, right? I mean, my initial point that I brought up was immigration. That's what I came here to debate, but I'm happy to do other topics as well. Right, I'll actually say I don't think Joe Biden's domestic policy in terms of the economy was all that bad. I mean, I think his foreign policy and his border policy was a whole lot more damaging. Right. So in terms of the border, as I was saying, I mean, I know you like to bring up the bipartisan border bill a lot. I have significant issues with the bipartisan border bill. Yeah. So do you want to get into that?
Take it away.
Right. So one provision of the bipartisan border bill allows for...
Hey, Maybelline, thank you so much for the $20 through Super Chat, saying thank you for not letting them dehumanize undocumented migrants. So yeah, I appreciate you for that love, Maybelline. Go ahead.
It puts it...
After Dean Withers has been raw-dogged by Rob O'Neill, he will transition, just like as then Rob O'Neill will raw-dog Diane Withers, before Diane Withers punches a window and bleeds. It's the only way Diane Withers can bleed as a woman.
Okay. Thank you for $4.20. Thank you.
The cap on legal immigrants entering at 5,000, and at 5,000 people, that's when the DHS would shut it down, right? So that's like that. So the average crossings per day, I believe, is 2,000. So like that wouldn't solve the issue at all, right?
Yeah, I don't believe that the cap that grants the president special authority through the DHS to shut the southern border down is why I value the bipartisan border bill at all. What I think gives that bipartisan border bill value is how it makes our legal processes of migration significantly quicker. When we fix or address the legal processes of migration, and specifically some of the larger issues with them, right, such as the case that it takes 7 to 8 years to process a legal claim and 5 to 7 years to process an asylum claim, this is what is giving incentivization to migrants to try to come into the country with the use of undocumented means. And I guess my point here would be the value of the bill isn't within that rolling.
Only 25 minutes on the smile goal? Guys, what if I'm not happy? Guys, what are we going to do if I'm not happy? Guys, this is fucked up. There's an I will be happy goal, guys. Remember to donate to the I will be happy goal, okay? $10 super chats and up, donate to the I will be happy smile goal, okay? Very, very important. Very important stuff. Also, remember to like the stream, okay? You can send a super chat. You can buy a membership, gift membership. Buy a super sticker. Or go to discord.gg/Kuihman, twitter.com/Kuihman, or reddit.com/r/Kuihman. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Daily average cap over a week. It's within the solutions, or at least somewhat of solutions, that it offered to those legal processes. That is why I found that bill valuable.
Right, so I'm all for speeding up the asylum claims and processing, right? But I think obviously the better way of doing asylum claims is remain in Mexico. And I understand that you have issues with remain in Mexico, that it was ineffective, right? But I think it could be revamped and improved so that it would be more effective. And the metaphor that I like to use for remain in Mexico is, let's say that 80 asylum claims are false, 20 are good, right? So you have a bowl of 100 Skittles, 80 of them are poisonous, 20 of them are good. How are you going to figure out which ones are good and poisonous? Are you going to test them all? Are you going to eat them all to figure it out? Or are you going to take them out of the bowl and find some other way of figuring it out? Right?
Well, when
I'm sure you can see how that...
Oh, you're
Mexico,
lagging for
right?
me. No, I actually don't say that relates to the remain in Mexico policy in the slightest. And yeah, I think when a country is...
Right, okay, well, Dean, let's walk you through it, Dean. So the bowl is Mexico. The Skittles are Mexican asylum seekers. Okay? And you're America. Are you following now, Dean? Do you see how it maps on now, Dean?
Well, when
I'm sure you can see how that...
Oh, you're
Mexico,
lagging for
right?
me. No, I actually don't say that relates to the remain in Mexico policy in the slightest. And yeah, I think when a country is spending billions and billions and billions of dollars of courts on the border, I do think that we can more efficiently process asylum-seeking claims with more judges. And there's probably some sufficiently better and expedited legal process of migration into the country. Sorry,
it's the IQ post meme. Oh, the big 4chan IQ post.
Asylum. Yeah, however, I have not seen Donald Trump rerun on the remain in Mexico policy. I've also not seen
HR1. HR2, sorry, HR2. That's the border pill or it's going to be similar to that, from my understanding, right? And HR2 does bring...
One second, the Skittle analogy. Wait, I just saw something in the chat. Nazi who originated Donald Trump Jr.'s Skittles analogy.
Dude, it's a... I'm detecting Hitler particles. I'm detecting Hitler particles from your analogy. Someone in chat is telling me that your analogy is giving off Hitler particles. Are you dog whistling me right now? Dude.
Analogy. Wait, I just saw something in the chat. Nazi who originated Donald Trump Jr.'s Skittles analogy was hanged at Nuremberg for crimes against humanity.
This is absurd. Bro Whisperer, by the way.
I don't know.
Dude.
Holy fuck. Don
so you're
Jr.
a Nazi?
Stole that
so you're a Nazi?
From a Nazi?
Wow, so you're a Nazi?
Oh,
wow.
Yeah. I know I was using Don Jr.'s analogy. I didn't know he stole that from a Nazi. I didn't know that.
Holy shit.
But anyways, if you're curious why the analogy makes sense, I'd be happy to explain, right? So the bowl is America.
The Skittle analogy a little bit more to us.
No, the bowl is America. No, the bowl is Mexico.
Sure. The bowl is America. The Skittles are the people claiming asylum. The 20 Skittles are good.
Oh, fuck.
Webcam mic.
The 20 Skittles that are good, right, are the correct asylum claims that are legitimate. The 80 that are poisonous are the false asylum claims. So when you allow those Skittles to stay in the bowl, which is America, the false asylum claims, they can run free.
No, the point is they're meant to, like... Dude, okay, he's fucking it up. Because the remain in Mexico policy means they stay in Mexico. So the bowl has to be in Mexico because the Skittles are starting in Mexico. Okay? You are America in this analogy because you are taking the Skittles from the bowl and eating them. So you're talking about having the Mexicans in the bowl in Mexico and then you're eating from the bowl. Right? And it's about how you select which Skittles to eat. Do you just take a handful and eat them to find out if they're poisonous or not? Or do you leave them in the bowl and pick out the poisonous ones and then eat the Skittles?
Wreak havoc. Who knows what they're doing? Right? So if you take them out of the bowl, you put them back into Mexico and you figure it out through the ports of entry, there's no risk to America.
Okay, I like this.
No, the other bowl is Mexico. That bowl is Colombia.
All right, I'm here, by the way.
Oh, great.
Can y'all hear me?
Oh,
Yeah,
great.
1 second.
Parker's here, guys. Oh, Parker. Woo.
People spamming.
But whatever it is about the Nazi thing.
Parker, bring up the Nazi still again. Bring up
Yes,
Dermarollers.
I know that.
Parker, remind Dean to start using Dermaroller.
You can mod me. I'll type in the chat.
Yeah, I just have to turn off.
Hey, everyone joining in the live right now on Dean's Live, can everyone like the stream real quick? It will help Dean send out to more people. I really would appreciate that. Do you want me to turn my camera on, by the way, Dean?
Yeah. Sorry, I'm just trying to figure out how to do something. I don't even want to say what's going on because... What the fuck? Wait, the permission's off. Embed links?
Let me make sure I have everything set up real quick. Give me 1 sec. And then also, can we get Matt up here?
Was his Discord getting brigaded? His Discord was I think that's what was happening. His Discord was getting brigaded. Thank you for $10, Chrissy Cat. Thank you. Hugely appreciated. Thank you.
Yeah.
Is that possible? Thank you.
Okay, guys, we should be good now. We should be good. We should be good. Everything should be fixed.
Yellow Skittles are unmarried women.
What were you saying about the analogy?
Go ahead and repeat it for us. I'm sorry, we had someone spamming.
On the 6th time, he's gonna figure out the Skittles analogy, guys.
Should be good. Everything should be fixed.
So what were you saying about the analogy?
Go ahead and repeat it for us. I'm sorry, we had someone spamming very bad things in the chat. And Parker, if you turn your camera on, I can get you on stream.
Sure. So pretty much the bowl is America, right? You have 100 Skittles in the bowl. These are people claiming asylum. 20 of the Skittles are perfectly fine. Those are the correct asylum claims. 80 of the Skittles are poisonous. The poisonous Skittles are the asylum claims that are illegitimate and that are false and that are people trying to enter the country illegally. Right? So you can keep those 100 Skittle claims of Skittles in America and you can process them by eating them or allowing them into the country. Or you could keep them out of the bowl and you could figure it out in Mexico or at ports of entry and you take away the risk of those 80 poisonous Skittles, the 80 false asylum claims affecting America and entering illegally.
Well, that's the thing. So, like, for undocumented migrants in America, the only thing wrong is the fact that they broke the law. And even at that point, I don't really see that as wrong in the context of our current legal processes and how inefficient they are. Undocumented migrants, A, are 2 times less likely to commit violent crimes than American citizens. More undocumented migrants in the country means lower crime rates per capita. They're also productive providers to the economy, to our GDP. They, spent, what was it, like $95 billion into the overall tax pool by working on ITINs. I think that we could really resolve the issue by just expediting the asylum-seeking claims and getting these individuals what they need to work. And I see absolutely no issue with letting these individuals stay in America.
Can I actually say something as well? If we make the system faster to make people go through the asylum process faster, like the bipartisan border bill had in particular, that would make it so that people who are coming to the country that do not have valid asylum claims are less incentivized to come through the process. And secondly, the Remain in Mexico policy, what do you do for people that are claiming asylum from Mexico?
Only 4% of asylum claims come from Mexico.
So?
Right. That's a small
What do you do for those 4% of people?
the people that are legitimately claiming asylum from the cartels or from a legitimate threat within Mexico, I can agree that maybe that 4% would be allowed to do the asylum process within America. I don't think it's fair to send people back to where they're claiming asylum from, but it's a very small minority of people who are claiming asylum from Mexico. Most of them are coming.
Wait, since you need the court to process the claim.
Wait, Parker's bailed him out? Parker's taken over?
For asylum, well then who's going to be processing the claim of them saying that they came from a particular country? They can just say that they came from Mexico, right? And then they don't have to stay in Mexico and they can claim asylum within the United States.
See, Dean literally can't debate. Dean can't debate. This guy is a complete fraud. He's totally exposed. He literally, he had Parker feeding him lines during the Fuentes thing and was using ChatGPT. Now he can't wrap his head around this Skittles analogy, has to call it a Nazi analogy, and then get Parker to take over for him. Bro.
Sorry, can you repeat that?
Yeah. Anyone who does not have a valid asylum claim would just go through the process and say that they lived in Mexico because the court has not processed their claim yet, and they know that when the court does process their claim that it's going to be invalid anyway. So why wouldn't they just say that they're going to be from Mexico so that they can just go into the country? If you just said that there should be some exception put in place for that.
Asylum officers, I'm sure, like, I'm not totally aware of the actual process of asylum officers figuring out asylum claims, but I'm sure they have methods of figuring out where people are coming from, right? Like, a good portion of people don't even like physically have racial characteristics that align with Mexican people, right? And those that do, they would clearly have a different accent that aren't a Mexican accent, right?
Wait, so are you saying you're going to be racial profiling and profiling based upon accents for whether or not they would have citizenship or papers?
Okay, so when you hear an accent, right, he's kind of okay. Usually you can tell where they're coming from, right? You can tell their country of origin and that they're not from Mexico.
So you said that you can identify that where their country is from just predicated off of the accents? Like,
not just, I'm saying you can get context clues, so you can get an understanding of it, right? It's not like a guarantee, of course, but you can understand that. So you talked about the bipolar.
I don't think you can.
See, the caller's fucking up because the caller is like not that smart. Parker is obviously a better debater than him and knows about the issues with the Remain in Mexico policy. But Dean didn't. Dean just had to get Parker in to take over.
So you can get an understanding of it, right? It's not like a guarantee, of course, but you can understand that. So you talked about the bipolar.
I don't think you can evaluate that, and I think that's a horrible measure to evaluate that from a legal standpoint.
Dean's suffering finny fog, can't engage, can't do the debate because he's got finny fog.
The reason why that's a horrible measure from a legal standpoint is because there are plenty of people that are in the country that have accents, that are U.S. citizens, that were born in the U.S., that live within communities in the United States their whole lives. So to particularly prescribe that because they have a particular accent, that you're going to treat them in a particular way, legally speaking, is not justified.
Right, sure. Okay, I can understand that. That makes sense to me. Look, I'm not the lawmaker. I'm sure that ICE and the asylum officers and the border agents have many methods of discovering where someone comes from, right? Like, I'm sure they would expect you to show proof of citizenship, right?
Yo, Meg, thank you for the $5. Snooze, thank you for the $5. Right. Telling Parker to
shut up, Dean.
So
maybe
TV, thank you for the $10 as well. Sorry, I just got a couple of.
Dean, shut up. Mute your mic.
Thank you so much for the $10, and thank you for the $20 as well. I really appreciate it.
Is my camera showing or not?
Oh, I just have to keep it open there.
Yeah, it is.
Wait.
Yeah, you have to keep it open. There you go.
So I'm thinking about the point you made, and I think you're right that it could probably open up possibilities for racial profiling and discrimination, right? So maybe a better way of figuring out who is Mexican and who isn't would maybe be...
Wait, you understand that not all undocumented immigrants are Mexican, right?
I already said that 4% of asylum claims are Mexican people, right? So maybe you could allow people who are Mexican who are claiming asylum from people within Mexico or from situations within Mexico, you could allow them into the country, not everyone, right? And the way that you would know that they're Mexican is that they would show proof of citizenship of Mexico.
Yeah, but that would be through a court. That would be through a court process. And the issue is that the asylum process is the court process which we're talking about. So if you're saying we're saying should they be in the United States or should they be somewhere else when the court proceeding is occurring, right? And what you're saying
under the bipartisan border bill, not everything is a court process. No, it's not all a court process. The bipartisan border bill gives
we're talking about what currently exists.
Okay, sure. Yeah, what currently exists. Okay, you can make your point then.
Okay, so if we're talking about
what the heck?
Sure. If we're talking about what currently exists, well, then obviously we're going to be referencing the fact that you cannot, under this process, identify that.
Sorry, I'll fix Parker, guys.
Like the process that exists right now. Is it not showing my face?
No, it is. It's just.
Oh, it's like halfway.
What? Why can't you? Right, and I'm okay. So even if you can't right now, I mean, I'm talking about if we were to re-implement Remain in Mexico, the changes we can make to that to make it more effective.
Wait, Remain in Mexico is implemented right now. Did you not know that?
Right now?
Yeah, right now it's implemented.
Like,
he's already put the executive order in place. Yeah, it's an executive order, dude. He put it in place already.
Yeah, right. I mean, I'm talking about the. I actually didn't know that either. Can you give me the executive order? Because I've read the vast majority of the executive order.
Look up Trump Remain in Mexico. Yeah. I can tell you.
Okay. Sure, you could tell me.
Also, is Matt going to join up?
Yeah, Matt should be. He should be there, maybe. There he is.
We'll keep an eye on him.
Hey, what's up?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
So it says Trump administration says it's reinstating Remain in Mexico program. That's from Reuters. That's the title.
Okay, so it might have been reinstated, but I haven't actually seen any reporting like from any credible news source.
Reuters, NPR.
You know, about its actual implementation is what I was saying. Yeah, but also, so if he's implementing it in the exact same way that it was used last time, like I'm agreeing that it wasn't as effective as it could have been, and it should be implemented differently in a more effective way. I think the general idea of Remain in Mexico is good, right? I think it's better than the bipartisan border bill. I think it's more effective and it keeps America more safe, right? But the actual methods of enforcing it may have been flawed. Look, I haven't read that bill in like a year. I read the bill a year ago when I first got into politics. So I'd have to read it again to actually see the methods and why it might not have been effective. But I think the general idea of Remain in Mexico is a good thing.
Okay, well, hey, after this, just feel free to add on your last thoughts here before we move on to our next guest.
Yeah, sure. Just one question. Do you support the Lake and Riley Act?
So I actually have... So I'm under the impression that the Lake and Riley Act just deports undocumented migrants that are found like guilty through criminal proceedings of like sex crimes, etc. Yeah,
no, that's not what it is.
Okay, if that's what the Lake and Riley Act, if that's what the Lake and Riley Act is, I don't mind.
Okay, well this fucking blows, man. This Dean shit fucking blows. I think I've had my fill of this, to be honest. I don't really want to see him debate the rockin' librarian. It's not really my not really appealing to me.